What's Wrong with You?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Metal Remains Backstage. I'm Manuel from Madrid. We have Carlos in New York, and all the way from Stuttgart, Germany, we have Anna from League of Distortion.
What the fuck is wrong? Life is like a chainsaw. It comes a step and will hit back even harder. Wait for it to reap what you sow.
Hi, Anna. How are you?
Great to be here.
Nice to see you again. We just met at Leyendas del Rock. How was it for you?
We did. It was so hot. Oh my God.
Yeah, Spain doesn't mess around with the heat.
Yeah.
And I don't just mean meeting you.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
But it was a great festival. I just hope that League of Distortion can play there at some
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, you will fit perfectly there. Yeah.
That was like the only thing missing for it to be perfect was some good old
Yeah.
LOD.
You have to say that now.
Yeah. I'm gonna speak with some guys. I'm sure you're gonna get a call very soon.
Anna, we are thrilled to have you here at Metal Remains. And as usual, we would like to start this conversation by asking you, what have you been listening to recently?
Oh yeah, I think I remember that question from last time, and I was also struggling. Like,
You need to keep track of your playlists.
Yeah.
Right. Especially when you're like in the album finishing mood, then you like actually listen to your own songs again and again.
Again and again, yeah.
So I'm just gonna go with League of Distortion. I know it's very cringy, but it's just the truth.
I would like to say I have as well, but we haven't received, or at least I don't have it yet. We have been listening to some singles, and we're gonna talk about them in a bit. But yeah, we're looking forward to listening to the whole album.
Nice. I was actually expecting you guys to ask me what's wrong with you in this question, because I remember our first interview.
That's coming up, but we're gonna make like you didn't say that now.
Okay, very good.
We are here today to talk a bit about your sophomore album, Galvanized, set for release on October 25th, 2024 through Napalm Records. Your debut album came out 2 years ago and we loved it. What can you reveal to us about the upcoming offering?
Well, I would say it's even more metal than the first album, but it still has the League of Distortion vibe, the uncompromisable way of dealing with topics, and also the way of mixing musical styles. So that's something you can definitely be looking forward to. It's crazy, it's heavy, but empowering, and with lots of energy. That's what's going to hit you.
Awesome. That's very promising.
Yeah, that's what we need from League of Distortion, exactly.
Was the creative and production process for Galvanized different from the first album?
It was very different, because for the first album, we actually wrote the album during COVID and during the lockdowns, and everything was, on hold. So we could just sit down, bounce ideas back and forth, let it sit, work on something else. And now it was like, we were on tour, we were on festivals, and it was like, we need to find time to write our album. When are we going to do that?
Yeah, now it was real.
That was a challenge to really meet up with our producers, find a date for that, sit down for songwriting, because the ideas were in our minds. We talk about songs and ideas a lot when we're on the road, but finding the time to really sitting down, working on it yourself and with the producers, that was a little bit challenging.
Mm-hmm. If you were to choose one song to represent the album as a whole, which one would it be?
I would say it's either Chainsaw or Galvanize.
All right.
Okay, both songs we already listened to them. They are very energetic,
They are.
with sharp voices and also lyrics.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
In our weekly podcast that everyone should check out, we make brief summaries of videos, and this week we are reacting to your latest one, which just came out earlier today before doing this interview, for the single Chainsaw. If we could sum it up in one sentence, it will be something like: respectable businessman gets stranded on the road only to be harassed by a young landscaping tools seller.
You got to check the background of this businessman. He's not a good guy.
Not respectable at all.
We know. That's our stupid way of getting it. Also, I thought German cars didn't break.
I know. Yes, that's the hint. It's all going downhill.
Yeah. And what can you tell us about this video, and what is the actual story it portrays?
Yes. So what I love is to really have the topic and the meaning of the lyrics and take the music video to underline it, or even to extra, to exaggerate a little bit so the message really comes through. And Chainsaw for me is a song that gives me hope that there will be justice in the end, that people get their payback for the actions they take especially when they treat other people wrong and bad. And this world, sometimes I lose my faith in that, because there's so much terrible things going on where you're like, where is justice here? And that is what Chainsaw is about. Our belief that there will be justice in the end. There will be karma. If you don't treat other people good, it will come back to you.
100%. We back up that. Yep.
Yeah, that's very important. I think we all get the message more than what we summarized. And are we gonna get any more videos?
There will be more videos. Yes, I can say that.
Yeah, because we already have one. The one for My Hate Will Go On was other video that we really enjoyed. We had a very young Anna on it.
Yeah.
Or very young Ace in this case.
Yes. Yeah.
How was that experience filming with a mini-me?
That was amazing. The whole video shoot for My Hate Will Go On is going to probably be in my top 3 experiences I had in 2024, because it was so important to me to have a strong video to this song, because it is a little bit over the top with the title My Hate Will Go On and the Titanic reference. And to be clear that we are serious about this, I wanted to have a real cinematic revenge type music video.
Yeah.
And I can't believe we really made it work. We had the shooting days, we had actors, we had this young Ace getting her hair the way I have it, shaving her hair,
she went for it.
Her revenge.
That was for real. She did effects. It. She really did it, right?
She was a great actor too. We couldn't believe how she dealt with all this with all this going on. She was super mature for her age, and she wants to become an actor too. So I was hoping that I can encourage her for the future, that this is something she can do, and she has this to look back. She did an amazing job on that. Maybe we'll see her on German TVs or international TV screens someday.
Yeah,
sure. Absolutely. She already proved it. She has the stuff.
Yeah, and we really enjoyed that video. It's like watching a mini action movie. It's a great video.
Yeah, and also with the mature and strong themes that your music is bringing. Do these feelings go deeper than in the previous one?
I think they go a little bit more from inside to the outer world. I think the topics are more society and what's going on than in the first record, were more personal stories or experience one individual has done or has had. And I didn't think about that while writing, but now analyzing it in the end, I feel like this opens up a little bit more to not pay back with one person, but with society or with environment or with what is going on at the moment in this world.
Right, right.
This Galvanized tour that's coming up, it's only for Germany for now, right? Are there any chances of getting some melody over here in the rest of Europe?
There are chances, and I am going to do everything I can to make it possible. It's only planned in Germany now, and it's still super exciting for us because it's our first headline tour where, we get to choose everything. We get to choose our support bands. We're just looking forward to this tour so much.
Yeah, the planning must be much different than going as a supporting band, right?
Absolutely. There's so much planning. It's great to have all these freedoms you usually don't have as a support band. But of course, it's challenging too. And we want to make it perfect or good or want everything to work and to have a great show for the audience. And we're really digging into to make this absolutely unforgettable.
Great. And now that you have 2 full records to pick from, how's that playlist looking so far?
Pretty good. It's going to be not as easy as I thought because then you do have to think about which songs you can't play or you don't want to play or it's just going to be too long. And that's something I send set lists every other week to our band group. Was like, hey, I'm working on something and I changed something around. Let's listen through this. This sounds good to me now. And then they get an update three weeks later. Oh, I changed it again. So yeah, we're working on the perfect set list.
Right. I'm sure you're gonna make people go crazy with your show, and we really hope that you can make it through the rest of Europe and the rest of the world. You have all the energy, all the potential, everything is there. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, come to the US. It's the other thing Carlos wanted to say.
Yes.
Now that you have been touring, how would you compare what you have lived to what you were expecting before going on the road with League of Distortion?
It's a very good and deep question also.
That's what we do.
Yes, I love that. And to be honest, the first tours, we just kind of dived into it. We didn't really, we didn't have the perfect equipment or boxes. We just were like, oh, here's the stuff. And, I think each tour made us grow. And of course, that also takes a little bit of this free way of dealing with things. And of course, if you get more mature and more, you have more experience and more of the problems, of course, then your head is more, okay, what can we do? How can we do this? We also have to think about that. We also have to think about that. And that makes it a little bit more, feel more like work. So I hope we can also be on this professional level, but feel these teenage feelings we had, although we were way over teenagers when we went on our first tour.
Not as far as Carlos and I, I'm sure.
That teenage rebel energy, it's there. I think it never go away.
I want to have more of that again.
All right, Anna, we would like to finish this chat by asking you what is one of your favorite backstage moments so far?
One of my favorite backstage moments. Okay, I actually have one.
Got it.
It was at the Camelot tour. We were in Sweden, and after the show, we were hanging out, and it was done. The show was done. The equipment was in the bus, and I was there with Rovena, our merch girl. And then it started to snow. It was March or something. It started to snow, and then we were just like children. We just left the box there, and then we ran through the snow together, and we're just jumping and dancing. and that's such a nice moment. We actually also took pictures because I always forget to take pictures, but this is something I like to remember. It was such a nice moment just to be a child again and to jump through the snow in Sweden and doing that with a friend and take pictures, and people were looking at us, what's wrong with them?
Creating memories right there.
Yeah,
that's
it's great. Everything that happens while on tour, during your experience as an artist, I'm sure that counts.
Yes, yes.
Anna, thank you very much for being with us again. I'm sure we're going to speak again in the future.
Thank you. It's always so great talking to you. And yes, I love talking to you. So anytime, just reach out to me.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. If you like this interview, please like it and share it with your friends. Make sure to buy and stream Galvanized to double support League of Distortion. And of course, make sure to visit their shows whenever they come to your city. But until then, stay metal.